Hello everyone, Bell Let's Talk Day in Mental Health. A convoy on its way to Ottawa, action responding to 34 years since the Morgentaler decision, a victory in court in Guelph today, and Parliament returns next week. It's Wednesday, January 26th, and this is Quick Updates. So today is Bell Let's Talk Day. We're thankful for the way that this annual day reduces stigma around mental illness by increasing awareness and understanding amongst Canadians. What's concerning, though, is the disconnect that seems to be happening as the medical community prepares to offer assisted suicide to those suffering from mental illness. Here's Anna with more on that.
Thanks, Colin. Euthanasia for those with mental illness is a huge concern for us right now. When Bill C-7 passed last year, it included a clause to expand euthanasia to those with mental illness. If nothing changes, this comes into effect automatically in March 2023. The government wrongly believes that it can advocate for mental health supports for those with mental illness while offering assisted suicide to the very same people. We have 1 year to make our voices heard on this. We need to advocate for suicide prevention in all cases, never suicide assistance. We've created an easy mail on this topic, and we encourage you to start this conversation with your MP, make them aware of your concerns, and keep an eye out for more action items in the coming months around mental illness and euthanasia. Back to you, Colin.
Thanks so much, Anna. You can go to easy.arpacanada.ca to send your letter today. Now, everyone has been talking about the convoy of trucks heading across the country. It's started as a protest against vaccine mandates. Now, ARPA has laid out our concerns with vaccine mandates as bad public policy in a paper that you can find at arpacanada.ca. Ryan managed to talk to a few ARPA supporters who are taking their rigs and heading out on the road later this week.
My name is Jeff Tennage. I'm from Jonker Trucking Inc. I'm one of the co-owners with Tim Jonker and Harold Jonker. And we're taking part of a very exciting initiative this week. Convoy to Ottawa. We are doing this as a way to bring to light to our government that what they're doing is very destructive, and we would like to end these very painful mandates. It affected us directly because many of our truck drivers were not vaccinated and they could not cross the border without going into quarantine. That was how we started to get involved in this initiative. But as we thought about it more, we're like, no, it's not just for us. It's for the whole country. It's for our future. There's a very real danger of food shortages. Supply chain issues have already started. There are so many ways that these mandates are affecting this country. We want to also be a voice for the voiceless. We want to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. We've constructed our signs to bring a message of faith rather than fear. We're not doing this because we feel that we can affect change. We're doing it because God uses these things, these initiatives, for His purpose. And we pray that then as we act in this way, we do it in a way that pleases Him and in a way that He can use it for His purpose to also restore freedom to this country.
Now, there is certainly a lot of excitement surrounding this movement, and it seems to be growing, as does opposition to it. Some of us here in Ottawa, the Ottawa staff, are hoping to head to Parliament on Saturday. Now, in the context of all that's going on, this was wise from an article I read this morning by writer Ben Inglis. He says, "Stand behind truckers, but put your hope in the Lord." Now, also happening later this week, it has been 34 years since the Morgentaler decision. Here are some students from the ARPA Club in Smithers.
January 28th will mark 34 years since the Morgentaler decision, which was a decision to lift all restrictions on abortion. Since then, no further laws have been introduced to protect the unborn.
When our club heard about this, we wanted to do something to commemorate all the unborn lives lost in those 34 years, so we decided to participate in the Signs Up campaign. This is one super easy way that we can show that we do not support what is happening and make sure that others think about it too.
Those tiny human beings deserve legal protection, and that's why we will hold up signs for them, because they can't.
Now, if you'd like to join in this initiative, send a message to info@weneedlaw.ca. All right, so Tabitha is here, and she has some exciting news as well.
Yes, thanks, Colin. Yes, this morning, the Ontario Superior Court ruled in the Guelph and area right to life case. This is a case that's been going on for the last year. We were interveners in it. In fact, it was actually my first time arguing in court was this case. So it was a pretty exciting day for me that the court actually ruled in favor of the pro-life group, the Guelph and area right to life. They had some advertisements that were up on city buses, and they had taken them down mostly because of a decision by Ad Standards. Ad Standards being this private regulatory group who goes around declaring most pro-life ads inaccurate, despite having no real reasons as to why they think they're inaccurate. And the city, in this case, Guelph, had decided to also say the ads were inaccurate based on those decisions. So when we decided to intervene in this case, our main goal was to get the court to see that an ad standards decision is not a reason to take down the ad. And we were 100% successful in that. The court is very clear that ad standards can't engage in that charter analysis that is necessary when you're dealing with freedom of expression. And so a city can't just offload their responsibility onto ad standards. The city themselves needs to do that analysis to make sure that freedom of expression is respected even on the sides of city buses. So I'm very excited about this decision. I think it looks very good going forward for pro-life advertising in this country. And thanks so much for all your support through this.
Thanks, Tabitha. We were very excited to see this decision this morning. Hamilton ARPA chapter is also involved in a legal challenge against the city of Hamilton that has likewise refused to run bus ads. If you'd like to help out with their challenge, you can send an email to info@arpacanada.ca. Now, next week, Parliament returns. We'll have more details and prayer request in next week's episode. That's it for quick updates. Thanks to you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.